Bayan, the Commission on Audit today released damning fraud audit reports confirming major anomalies in high-value flood control projects right here in Bulacan. The findings reveal that many projects recorded as 100% finished are either non-existent ghost projects or are woefully substandard. This blatant corruption is directly endangering residents who continue to suffer severe flooding. The COA has recommended criminal charges, including malversation and graft, against the involved DPWH officials and private contractors. The DPWH assures the public of full cooperation, promising that all responsible parties will be held fully accountable. I am Mary Ashlyn Virabales for Trusted News. Good afternoon, Philippines. This is Trusted News. The International Criminal Court continues to investigate former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte over alleged crimes against humanity linked to his administration's war on drugs. The case has sparked debates on international law, sovereignty, and justice.
Birth month day is March.
The ICC first began looking into Duterte's war on drugs in 2017, citing reports of thousands of deaths, many of which human rights groups claim were extrajudicial killings. In response, Duterte withdrew the Philippines from the Rome Statute, the treaty that created the ICC. But withdrawal does not erase accountability for actions committed while the country was still a member. This is Janelle Alumacas, Trusted News.
Good day, this is a weather update news. At 4 this afternoon, the eye of Super Typhoon Ragasa was located approximately 1,000 kilometers east of eastern Visayas. It is moving west-northwest at 20 kilometers per hour. Ragasa is carrying sustained winds of 220 kilometers per hour near the center, with gust lines reaching up to 270 kilometers per hour. Once a tropical cyclone enters a PAR, it is given a local name and it's monitored round by clock by Pag-asa. This allows us to issue timely warning to affected provinces. Ragasa expected to bring heavy rains, strong winds, and dangerous storm surge.
Your Minute, Our Gossip. This is the Chicas for today. Many Filipino celebrities joined the September 21 protest, Bahasa Luneta and Trillion Peso March, to call out alleged corruption in flood control projects. Among those spotted, Vice Ganda, Ann Curtis, Donnie Pangilinan, and more.
Michael Jackson?
Ano, iiyak ka na naman?
Ate Gay battles stage 4 cancer. Comedian Ate Gay, Neil Morales revealed that he is fighting stage 4 cancer while staying hopeful. Julia Barreto and Gerald Anderson split their breakup was confirmed, drawing reaction and speculation.
What's down? Ang babang-baba, yung mga Pilipino.
Vice Ganda, Karen Davila, speak on 35.24 billion peso flood control allegations. Both expressed public reactions to the revelations of irregularities in the flood control budget, showing their support for accountability.
Yan ang pagbati natin sa isa't isa.
I am Precious Carion. I am Marian Romano. I am Joy Jimenez. And this is Trusted News.
Hala, nahulog!
Hala, nahulog! Hala, nahulog!
Try mo kasi itong Lucky Me Pancit Canton no drink cooking. Bago yan. Magpakulo ng 3/4 cup water at ilagay ang noodles. Haluin ang noodles hanggang matuyo ang tubig.
Matuyo! Matuyo!
I-mix ang noodles with the seasoning.
Mix! 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 Mix!
Enjoy!
Pwede rin may itlog. Wow! May itlog!
Now, what's very important is to stand with the people.
Pag binalik niyo ako doon, magsalita ka muna. And please commit.
Jaya Chu is the first overall pick of the PBA Season 50 Rookie Draft.
Good morning, Mapandan. I'm Grace Andre Tolentino, and this is Last News. The recent drop in the price of goods, a staple for every Filipino family, has been welcome relief for many consumers. However, this promising development for the public is causing a significant burden on our local farmers, who are facing the grim reality of selling their harvest at a loss.
In the Philippines, tens of thousands have flooded the streets of Manila in one of the largest demonstrations in years. The protests are fueled by public outrage over ghost infrastructure projects that allegedly cost taxpayers billions of pesos. The day began with a massive rally at the Luneta Park where nearly 50,000 gathered to denounce bogus flood control projects that were funded but never built. By afternoon, thousands more converged along EDSA, historic ground of the 1986 uprising, demanding accountability and jail time for lawmakers accused of corruption. The protest turned tense late in the day. Some groups clashed with police near a bridge to the presidential palace, leading to water cannons, arrests, and at least 17 detained. Officials estimate corruption drained up to 118 billion pesos. Some watchdogs warn the true cost may be far higher. The protest turned tense late in the day. Some groups clashed with police near a bridge to the presidential palace, leading to water cannons, arrests, and at least 17 detained. Officials estimate corruption drained up to 118 billion pesos. Some watchdog warned the true cost may be far higher. The scandal has shaken the political establishment. House Speaker Martin Romualdez, President Marcos' cousin, resigned as a probes now target dozens of lawmakers and officials. These demonstrations mark a critical test for President Marcos Jr. as Filipinos demand not just accountability but a restoration of public trust. I am Amber Maglalang, and stay with us for continuing coverage.
The official, whose identity remains undisclosed, alleged that the lawmakers benefited financially from anomalies in the awarding of contracts under the flood control program.
The PBA Season 50 opening events are finalized. They'll have grand showcases on October 4 and 5 to mark the start of the league's 50th season.
The next PBA draft has been moved to 2027 because Season 50 is going to strength number 15 plus months. Starting soon, so they adjusted the draft schedule.
In the recent 2025 PBA draft for Season 50, the top pick was used by Terafima.
To come through, and so we're now ready to proceed to our draft proper. Announcing the first overall pick of the PBA Season 50 Rookie Draft, making their selection the Terra Firma G.
Wilma picks Gio Chu.
Gio Chu is the first overall pick of the PBA Season 50.
Good day, I am Giselle, your news reporter today. I am now at Barangay Leet, Santa Barbara. Just a few days ago, the bridge was completely covered in flood water from Typhoon Nando, making it impossible for residents to cross. People were stranded on both sides, unable to buy food, reach work, or even seek for medical help. As you can see, the flood has finally subsided, and residents are slowly returning to normal.
This is the during of the flooded bridge. The water has risen above the roadway, making it impossible for anyone to cross. People are stranded on both sides, waiting for the water to go down. The strong current carries debris, making it dangerous to pass. Daily activities have stopped. Students can't go to school, workers can't reach their jobs, and families are separated. What used to be a busy and important bridge is now a risky barrier, leaving the community waiting and hoping for things to return to normal. After many days of flooding, the bridge is finally clear again. The water has gone down, and people and vehicles can now cross safely. Everyone feels relieved and thankful as life starts to go back to normal. Even though some mud and damage remain, the bridge reminds everyone of their strength and teamwork during the storm.
I'm here with Ma'am Marilo, who was among those affected when the flood covered the bridge. Ma'am, can you tell us about your experience during those days when you could not cross?
Ang masasabi ko lang dito sa may dadaanan dyan, yung mga tao halos hindi nakadadaan. Lalo na yung mga estudyante. Pag pumapasok sila, nahihirapan silang dumaan dahil sa mataas ang tubig.
I'm also with Ma'am Nora. Ma'am, what is your message to our official regarding the bridge that always gets flooded?
Ako pinananawagan sa ating mahal na mayor ng Leet Santa Barbara na si Mr. Carlito Saplan, tsaka mayor po ng Mapandan, Mr. Calvega, na sana po pansinin nyo naman po ang dito sa may boundary ng Leet Santa Barbara, na kasi po pag oras ng umuulan po, malakas na po, mataas na po ang tubig. Kawawa naman po yung mga estudyante, hindi na po makatawid. Sana po mabigyan niyo po ng pansin ang dinadaing namin po na taga rito sa Leet tsaka sa Mapandan po. Mahal na Mayor Calvega at mahal na Mayor Saplan. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ma'am Nora. Typhoon Nando may have passed, but its impact remains etched in the lives of the people here. The bridge once a symbol of struggle when the flood rose, and now stands as a path of survival and hope as residents begin to rebuild. Once again, this is Giselle Mamaison Flores, your news reporter.